All right, guys, this is Claudio. I'm gonna get straight to the point because I don't want to do this like 40 times. He built an announcer deck and he wants to show you guys the build and let you guys know his thoughts on it. All right.
All right, guys. So today I went to my locals, played announcer like the man said. Got second place with it. At the finals, it was announcer versus announcer. Dude stalled me out, so I couldn't really get anything going. So there's going to be some changes going on to this in a bit, but this is what I played. So for people who don't know, announcer. On the unawakened side, his effect is whenever you summon a world tournament card, you draw a card. That's broken as heck. And then all world tournament cards have no specified cost. And then when he awakens, you untap 2. On this side, the man has the permanent of the specified cost still. When he swings, draws a card like a generic leader. And then he has an active main effect. Now this is only used once per game. So what it does is you choose 2 battle cards. They both gain 5k, and that's it. This is the one time. So when you do that effect, that's when you know you're pushing for game. All right, so let's get into the deck profile.
Ooh, that glare though. Ooh. Everybody knows what it is.
We're playing 2 pans. The reason I decided to play 2 pans is because I felt like people were just gonna beat me down. But if they didn't, I had the 2 pans ready to go. And what's good about this one drop compared to the others is when it attacks, you take.
You just kept going.
Hey man, this guy ruined the video. But you swing, you take a life. Like the other ones gains 10k, and at the end of the turn it bounces back to your hand. So I felt like there was no need to play more than 2. If I see 1, I'm gonna use that one until I awaken.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Then I played 3 of these guys. This card will go up to 4. This card's so broken.
Oh yeah.
Essentially early on, what you do turn 1, like this is my turn 1 play. Energy, summon, your opponent negs a card, and I'm plussing the card with the unawaken ability. So this card came in clutch.
That's insane.
I played this little engine of combo to start off. Didn't really play this a lot. Maybe summoned out twice today. Essentially, turn 1 you'll go Chaozu if you need to. He's a blocker, and then his effect is when you summon Krillin. Let's do the picture here. When you summon Krillin, he gains 14k, so it puts him at 15 with the Krillin, and you draw a card for the Krillin. And then Krillin gains the ability of critical. So, thought this would be a good little engine. I'm probably going to cut this out. Didn't see it that much. My build is more of a blue build, blue-red, but this was okay to try out. I'm probably going to cut these for more self-awakeners. Then for the announcers, we played for this one. The one that has the hands up is the one that lets you search the top 7 and pick a world tournament card. So essentially what you do with this card is you summon it. You look at the top 7, look for whatever combo piece you need to finish the other one. And if he's the first card you summoned, you draw a card with the announcer. And we also played for this one. This is the negate of the deck. And if you have 2 or more world tournament cards, you're drawing 2 cards. And what's busted about that is this is your first card you summon on turn, you're drawing 3 cards. So this card is really good, mostly used to draw 2 the whole entire time and get other cards.
You do need 2 others on the field for that, right?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh man, I zoned out.
Dude, you're on crack.
We're out of there.
I played 2 other negates, which are the Videls. So essentially, depending on my matchup, I'll leave an energy on board and then use the negate. And essentially, with the announcer leader, you negate on your opponent's turn. It's just like the Fearless Pan. You're drawing a card on their turn. So it's a 5k combo. This might go up, maybe. I'm not sure. Now, this combo.
Okay. No, I got the low battery notification. Go ahead.
Man, this combo. I use this combo probably a lot today. So, for 2 costs, you summon a Trunks, you're drawing a card, and then you free summon this guy. So essentially what you do with this combo is you're going to swing with this guy, and he's going to do what he has to do, either kill a monster or take a life on your leader. Then Trunks has to put this back on the bottom of the deck and pop a card on their field. So essentially you can take out 2 targets per this guy's summon, and then still have Trunks on board. And then if you need to, you can always summon another one and do it again. So it's a pretty busted combo these 2 have.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorites.
Now my favorite combo in this deck, we're going Oob and Goku. So turn 3, summon Goku, and then Oob comes out immediately. Oobs puts 2 cards on the field back to the bottom of your opponent's deck. They both gain 5k, and this one swings for double, this one swings for crit. So essentially a really good package for turn 3 or turn 4. It's really good. Against ape decks, you can just essentially put all their blockers back in the deck, and pretty much any deck, honestly. You just take out the key pieces on the field and just go for game. Then I ran a 2-2 lineup of this. I used this probably twice today. I thought the 2-2 was perfect. I didn't think I needed to see a third. Essentially, this deck lets you draw a lot. And essentially what this does is you summon Vegeta on turn 5. Essentially I like doing this on turn 6, but turn 5, if your opponent's tapped out, you go for this. So you have to have a card on board. So essentially the turn before you can Videl to negate, and then on your turn you summon Vegeta. What Vegeta does is it pops a card on your board, and Goku's effect triggers, where if you pop something with Vegeta's effect, you automatically play this. This one's, your opponent can't block. When they're both on board, they gain 10k. So essentially you have 2 triple strikers at 35k already. And if you have the leader out here, you can essentially make them 40k. And then if you add on top of that these cards, you can boost them up by 5k more. Essentially you can be hitting for 50k if you need to, triple strikes. So advice for players out there, if you see an announcer, don't go to 3 unless you have 2 negates to stop this. So,
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's scary. Well, again, with the World Tournament thing right here, basically it's a 0 cost. Put it into rest mode, choose 2 cards on your board, they gain 5k. Essentially I use this a lot to put my opponent down to 2, I guess, and then we'll essentially use the Champa here to get the game on them. So this is really good in the deck because you can search it off of the 1-drop announcer. And then I played 4 super combos and 4 senzu beans.
Nice.
The good thing about the super combos is you can use it on 5 live, and you can essentially win the game pretty early with this deck. Other than that, I went 3-1 at my locals. Only game I lost to was the Mirror at the finals, and that's pretty much because he had a different build than me, and he was just stalling out, went to the secret, and beat me down like that. Other than that, I really like this deck. I'll make some changes to it and let y'all know what I do next time.
All right.
Thank you.